What's this? 2 solid WWE shows in a row, man? I didn't think Raw was better than SmackDown last week, to say the least. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode LimitsCenter on YouTube at Lucas C. Allen 1018. And all audio platforms, Lucas C. Allen Show. Which is a LimitsCenter podcast here Tuesday, March 24th of 2026. For anything else, follow me on social media, Wrestling Limits as well. Say he's XRs, Lucas C. Allen 1018. Watch today's podcast on YouTube. Hit the like button on today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. Turn the bell for post notifications up on his YouTube channel. And always, feel free to leave a comment in my episode of LimitsCenter for your Tuesday, March 24th of 2026. Also, on Spotify, do the same thing, Lucas C. Allen Show, a comment. And also a 5-star rating would be very nice as well, to say the least. So let's start today's podcast, man. Alright, let's get started. We got 5 things to discuss, man. In all honesty, before I start though today, I'm gonna look up something real quick. On my good old Google or laptop, to say the least. Any news and paper to stand by, to say the least. Any big time news, honestly. Answer is not real. Ronda Rousey up there on her into AEW, but probably discuss that probably in the LimitsCenter tomorrow for Wednesday, March 25th of 2026. As for today, only 5 things to discuss for today's LimitsCenter. And my laptop all of a sudden to fucking froze all of a sudden, go figure. As obviously first, your Monday Night Raw, March 23rd, 2026 review. Be discussing that. Very decent show, honestly, from Raw last night, I'll be honest. Also, we'll be discussing that. Also, Bron Breakker is closing on a WWE return. We'll be discussing that. Also, WWE reportedly hit Tama Tonga. And get this, boys and girls, a significant fine over social media posts during rehearsals. Yeah, but you don't want to say anything about Unreal, do you, there, WWE Creative? So why do they fix their bout, honestly? That's just WWE for you in the year 2026. Be discussing that. Also, Tiffany Stratton, lovely Tiffany Stratton. Get this, boys and girls, she was in the WWE Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 41 with Charlotte Flair. But this year, her 42, Tiffany Stratton says she has not been told that she's on WrestleMania 42 at all. That is a fucking crime, honestly. We're going to be discussing that. Also, a finish off for AEW, one piece of AEW news. AEW producer was a friend who advised Ricochet to delete an MS tweet, to say the least. Because on today's podcast, go ahead and join me. So it's Conversation Tuesday edition of LimitsCenter. For your Tuesday, March 24, 2026 podcast on Lucas C. Allen 1018 and all audio platforms Lucas C. Allen Show. So on today's podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with, you guessed, your Monday Night Raw, March 23rd, 2026 review. On the heels of a shocking attack at the hands of his now WrestleMania 42 opponent, Boba Femi, Brock Lesnar took to the square circle to kick off Monday's show last night. Paul Heyman claimed that the overhyped ruler, he called him in quote. Femi took advantage of the fact that Lesnar has combated a dozen masked men and laid him out. He was defiant in his denouncement of the idea that Femi would be the star and slay the beast. Remind the audience that even John Cena or AJ Styles could not do. Femi entered the arena and once again stood across from the ring from Lesnar. A brawl ensued, and Lesnar attempted an F5. Femi wingled free and dumped Lesnar over the top rope into the floor. Heyman and Lesnar retreated, and Femi stood tall for the second week in a row. Not as good as their segment last week, or brawl last week, to say the least. This could still get to B+. I actually quite enjoy this brawl, honestly. So I've put it over Oba Femi for a second week in a row, dude. That is freaking huge for Oba Femi. Now, what we do at WrestleMania with Oba and Brock, still is the same thing. Oba should win. Well, Brock's gonna be looking like a punching bag in this feud, huh? Who fucking cares? Just Oba Femi needs to win that match at WrestleMania. He just has to. So we didn't find out he even gets to win at WrestleMania. We ain't find Finn Sailors. This is a pretty good segment, though, honestly. Gave us a B+. By the way, before I get into the next match on the show, It seems like I'm down a little bit. It's because I'm sort of like kind of tired, and I just drunk some coffee, and right now it's just basically what I'm saying is basically I'm just kind of tired. But I drunk some coffee, though, to say at least. Moving on to the divisions, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Jesus, man, here we go. Our division versus the Usos. Now, Logan Paul and Austin Theory versus the Usos, reigning defending WWE World Tag Team Champions, ends in disqualification. A big fat motherfucking C. Did you ask for this? Is this more likely going to take place again at WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen? I'll be shocked if it doesn't. My God, man. Who the fuck asked for this? On the Raw, and then probably even more likely, at WrestleMania 42, bro. No, I don't want to see division decline with the Usos or any months of Bloodline. Ever. Again, dude. I am tired of it, to say the least. Not the first time we've seen Usos though on the show. We'll discuss more in the later on towards the end of the show. The end of the show, actually. But big fat C to say at least here. Moving on to Becky Lynch. Came to the ring to address her attack on AJ Lee, the reigning defending Women's Intercontinental Champion last week. She called out legitimizing the Women's Intercontinental Championship only for Lee fans to cheer for AJ Lee over her. Lee eventually interrupted and put the proceedings, chasing Lynch out of the ring before issuing the foregone conclusion challenge, a match between the two at WrestleMania 42 for the Women's IC title. And by the way, I think Becky Lynch was skipping like the AJ Lee skip out of the ring. I was laughing my fucking ass off, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, she did not just freaking do that. And she did. She did the AJ Lee skip out of the ring, Becky Lynch. This is a decent 7, gave us a B. It was very short and simplistic, obviously. I think Becky put a very good promo here, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Put a very good promo if you ask me. So nothing like major. This is obviously elite. You already know it's going to be the match at WrestleMania. It's AJ Lee and Becky Lynch all along. But Becky probably getting that championship back, but remains to be seen, obviously. I think this should be a stipulation match to end off this feud. What would that be? Maybe a Las Vegas street fight. God knows that is right. Maybe a no holds bar match. I don't know. So I ain't found out that to say at least. But this gets a B to say at least as well. It's more freaking filler, ladies and gentlemen. Javon Evans defeats Grayson Waller. A big fat C. Boring, beyond boring can be. Big fan of Javon Evans. Don't care about much about Grayson Waller. This shit fucking bored as shit. I mean, I'll be honest. Javon Evans teases he wants to go after the men's Intercontinental Championship, being at WrestleMania something afterward. That could be fucking fun. I mean, a Penta versus Javon Evans match at WrestleMania. It'd kind of be a sleeper match at WrestleMania. Could be. I don't know if it'll be the case, though. But this made me fucking eye roll, man. Who the fuck cares about this? Big Javon Evans fan. I don't care about Grayson Waller in 2026 on Monday Night Raw, but still. A big fat C. To Paul Heyman. Returned to the ring where he addressed recent issues he had with Seth Rollins. Heyman suggested that Rollins come down and put him out of his misery. Then said a man has to do what a man has to do as Rollins appeared on the announce table. From there, the police officers appeared at ringside and escorted Rollins through the crowd, and Heyman revealed he snitched and filed a restraining order against him. Heyman goaded Rollins into attacking him, speaking of his wife, Becky Lynch, obviously, and his daughter, Rue. Rollins bit and clocked Heyman and exited the arena in handcuffs. I could have done without this, honestly. It was okay. B-. Not a major. That's what we're going to do with Seth Rollins. I'm updating Bron Breakker next segment. It's probably all market confirms what Seth Rollins will be doing at WrestleMania. But no, man, what happens if Bron Breakker is not cleared somehow, some way? Maybe something just goes bad. I don't know. We don't want to find out. But this was just pointless. It was pointless, bro. What do you want me to say? Fucking pointless. B-. Lucky give a B- out of me. Well, no, the rest of the show is actually pretty good, though. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria defeat the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. This is a pretty solid tag match, not gonna lie. Give it a B. Nothing like Bar Burner Classic. It's still a B grade. It's still a B grade. Like a B minus or lower, honestly, but still. I enjoy this match. I'm probably looking at Bayley and Lyra will be competing for women's tag team titles at WrestleMania. We're getting a match next week on Raw. Lost Legend Nia Jax. Oh, great. Nia Jax facing Bayley on this time in a tag match. Alarms the shit out of me, I'm not going to lie. So, this gives me flashbacks to SummerSlam of 2024, obviously. Fucking garbage that decision was, by the way. I don't care Nia Jax had a good ring. She didn't have a good ring at all, period. I don't care what anybody says. This is a pretty fun belt tag match to say. Let's give it a B. You'll probably get the Kabuki Warriors, probably. There's a chance to get Asuka and Io at WrestleMania. Or honestly, I have it be a triple threat match with Asuka, Kairi, and also Io. The Damage Control triple threat women's Japanese match at WrestleMania. If everyone wanted to see that. Maybe we'll get that. We wait and find out the salaries of that. I don't even see much of Io on the show last night, but still. Maybe a backstage 7 probably. But still. This gets a B. Moving on to Penta. The reigning defends WWE Men's Intercontinental Champion. Defeats Dominic Mysterio to retain the WWE Men's Intercontinental Championship. Another B. Solid match here to say at least. Nothing like Bron Breakker class per the last match compared to this match, but still. And you got a roll-up finish, and I hate roll-ups, obviously. They fucking suck. But also, Finn Balor came out and helps absolutely basically cost Mysterio the match. Obviously, going after JD McDonough and company. And he obviously got involved. It's another clusterfuck Judgment Day match, to say at least. It was not bad. I'll give it a B. This is very just kind of meh to a point. It still gets a B because like Balor beating up Dom after the match and stuff like that, and also. Coup de grace to defend better to JD McDonough. That was a very good match and a very okay post-match, honestly, to say at least. This gets a B, though. I want to get to this segment quite a bit, honestly. Main event segment, CM Punk, the reigning defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, hit the ring to close the shot to show. Ready for the latest face-to-face with Roman Reigns ahead of the WrestleMania 42 main event match. Punk shrugged Jimmy Uso's warning to be careful tonight with Jay on the warpath, claiming that not a single Samoan has ever looked at him cross since Reigns declared open season on him last week. Punk brought up Reigns calling him old last week, admitted that he is not ashamed of his age, and even pledged to fight anyone who stepped into him, including Jey Uso. He says, what is he going to do? Yeet me to death, and quote. That was so fucking funny, honestly. Jay hit the ring, came face to face with Punk, and threatened to fight. Run it back with your old ass, and quote. That's a pretty good comeback, too, honestly, from Jay. Jimmy interrupted and told his brother to lock in, especially with the tag team titles on the line next week. Probably look at the division, obviously. Jay expressed his anger with Punk, talking about his family, and then questioned where Reigns was. He ain't even here, but I am, and quote, Jay said. Reigns, who made his entrance, enjoyed the parties into the ring. He ordered Usos to get out of the ring, to which Punk responded by saying the Usos should stay because Reigns could use their help. A Superman punch followed by referees and producers hit the ring to break things up. Jay ordered Roman Reigns to smash him and get him. He did and delivered him a spear and powerbomb through the announce table. Powerbomb pumped through the announce table. As Reigns made his way out around the ring, cameras caught Punk laughing and stated, and I quote, I'm not the one who needs help. In this tune that his WrestleMania opponent did exactly what he wanted him to do. This was much better than the segment last week. I mean, much better. But I'd rather have them bring up, like, Larry and stuff. Absolutely, obviously. That did obviously not happen. And this gets the name on. It's the best thing in the show, by far. I don't want to say by far, like the opening segment for. It's fun. We got a good opening and a good end to your Raw show. I'm like, I mind that, honestly. And this is a pretty good segment, not gonna lie. Best thing in the show. Better than last week's. So part 4 is better than part 3 times 1,000, honestly. But I'll enjoy it still, to say. It's very fun end to your show, if you ask me. Now, what do we do at WrestleMania? Does CM Punk get, like, backup? Maybe the Vision? God forbid the Vision. Oh my god, wouldn't that be fucking awful? Punk reuniting with Paul Heyman, like, why? Why would you even fucking think about doing that? No offense. But why would you do something like that? The Vision against... The Vision with CM Punk, and like, why does Punk mean the fucking Vision? I don't ever stood that fucking pitch from these freaking IWC idiots, bro. It sounds just so fucking dumb. It just sounds dumb. It sounds dumb. What do you want me to say? It sounds fucking stupid if it is. Unless Punk and Heyman rectified their friendship and shit, but that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It really doesn't, dude. I don't care to see CM Punk in the fucking Vision. With Austin Theory and Logan Paul. I'm sorry, I don't care about Bron Breakker coming back. Well, why would he want to team with Punk? It just makes no sense. And Brock Lesnar, what he thinks in this, like, who the fuck wants to see that? Nobody. That's why. But there's not mind that I might segment. There's the very best thing on the show, honestly. An A- is an A-. And much, much, much better than part 4. Not as great as part 1 and part 2. But definitely better than part 3, I'll tell you that right now, to say at least. A- is great for his final segment, Monday Night Raw. As your show great for Monday Night Raw from March 23rd, 2026. It was a B, a very decent episode of Monday Night Raw, if you ask me. Moving on to Bron Breakker is closing in on a WWE return. Bron Breakker is expected to return to the reports of the WWE Performance Center in Atlanta, Florida this week as part of his medical clearance process, according to Mike Johnson at PWInsider.com. The report represents a step forward in Breakker's return timeline following surgery for a hernia he suffered when he flipped over a heavy commentary table during an episode of Monday Night Raw. Breakker has been rehabbing since undergoing the procedure, and Johnson's report is that he's now heading to the Performance Center. The clearance process suggests his return could be imminent. It could be the case, obviously. I hope the guy be the case with Seth Rollins in his match at WrestleMania. Like, that makes the most sense. Seth Rollins going against Bron Breakker and Bron Breakker being Browns. Just makes sense. Do I think that'd be the case? If Breakker comes back, I hope he is back. He probably will be back. What happens if he doesn't come back, though? By WrestleMania. Then what? Then what will we do with Rollins? He issued a second open challenge in his WrestleMania career, and the first one being Cody Rhodes when he came back to WWE in 2022. So I don't think I need to see that. I don't think I need to see that at all. Unless, like, someone's come out like, I don't know, Royce Keys. I doubt that'd be the case, though. I doubt it. But honestly, I hope Breakker's back. I really do hope Breakker's back. He's much better television when Bron Breakker is on it. Especially in division shit. That's when the division is dying, like being just like basically dead without being dead. The only small inch of hope they have left is the Bron Breakker return angle. That's all I hope they have left. And no, not CM Punk to be in the division. Fuck that. That'd be so stupid. I don't understand that thought process there whatsoever. So if you don't need Punk in the division with Breakker, Breakker could be a leader of the division. It's fine. Makes the division. It makes most sense if you ask me. Well, as just hope Bron Breakker's back on Monday Night Raw and Ryan get built to him and Seth Rollins, hopefully for WrestleMania 42 for whatever night to say at least. So we discusses the bizarre news story we shared in the internet wrestling community over the last couple of weekdays to say at least. WWE reportedly hit Tama Tonga with a significant fine over social media posts during rehearsals. Oh joy, oh joy. WWE issued Tama Tonga a 5-figure fine for posting a video on social media that showed the arena, stage, and ring rehearsals ahead of the March 25th episode of Friday Night SmackDown, according to FightfulSelect.com. Tonga posted a 360-degree shot of the venue ahead of SmackDown in a while. A little of a note, he could be seen in a video. WWE determined that the filming during rehearsals violated the unwritten company ruled that and responded with a fine. Responded reported to be a five-figure range, meaning about anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000. I'm sorry, you freaking idiot. Idiots. Honestly, not Tonga, but still. I'm sorry, there, Triple H and WWE Creative. Weren't you the guys that basically brought Unreal to be Unreal on this on Netflix to basically expose the business even more so? So if you're gonna find Tama Tonga with this, you might as well find on Netflix share. You get rid of your fucking Unreal shit, bruh. If you're gonna find Tama Tonga that money, you might as well just get rid of fucking Unreal then, right? That's what you're basically telling me. I mean, you probably won't because you're just too busy exposing your business in your own way. The petty hypocrisy in this fucking report here is fucking ridiculous from Jibby here. And I can believe this 1,000%. The hypocrisy from this company is fucking sad, bro. It is fucking sad, dude, to say the least. You find time at talking about meanwhile you expose business every freaking episode to be Unreal. You fucking idiots. Like, why? You're gonna find Tama Tonga with your own superstar, your own star on Friday Night SmackDown. You know, you keep the Unreal shit. That makes a lot of sense there, Triple H and did we create a TKO? Makes a lot of sense to nobody fucking ever. Fucking unbelievably stupid news article here from WWE basically exposing themselves, to say the least. Moving on, Tiffany Stratton. I don't think the world of a women's professional wrestling. She is freaking great. Tiffany Stratton says she's not been told she's on WrestleMania 42. Yeah, that same Tiffany Stratton that just last year, WrestleMania 41 went in as a WWE Women's Champion. Yeah, this is WWE created for you in 2026, people. Tiffany Stratton has addressed rumors that she could be challenging for the Women's United States Championship, WWE Women's United States Championship at WrestleMania 42, saying that she has not been officially informed of any match on the card. Speaking to Scamo, Stratton was asked about the report from BodySlamNow.net, suggesting she could be in set for the Women's United States Championship match at the event. She acknowledged that the reports, while tampering expectations around what has been actually been communicated to her. She says, and I quote, "Yeah, I mean, I've heard those rumors, and I feel like they're just rumors because I haven't really been told anything that I'm on WrestleMania," Stratton said. "But we'll have to wait and see. I hope there's a championship involved." Imagine saying about one of your biggest stars in this whole division, this young, I don't know how tall Tiffany is, but you know she's very young. Imagine one of your young superstars on your SmackDown Women's division. You don't know what the fuck you're doing when she was on last year's WrestleMania card. Like I said, going in as a WWE Women's Champion, and she come walking out of WrestleMania the same champion against Charlotte Flair. Imagine that. You tell someone that's so freaking great what they do, and you don't know what the fuck they're doing with their WrestleMania. That's WWE creative in 2026 for you people. The woman just won this WrestleMania 41 as a WWE Women's Champion, and she can barely even sniff the Women's United States Championship at WrestleMania. That is WWE creative in 2026 for you people. But yeah, we gotta get probably Jelly Roll and Danhausen and The Miz and Kit Wilson on the show. You know, we can't have Julia or Tiffany Stratton. Let's just be real. It's a 20 times better of a match than what fucking those four men are going to do at WrestleMania. So that's more likely the match. And I can't wait for the fucking bathroom break. If it's not Danhausen, I mean, it's for Royce Keys, it doesn't fucking matter. It's still a bathroom break to say. It's being worse for Royce Keys being involved with this shit. Being worse for him. My God, man. Talk about fucking stupidity in this company. I mean, we see too many spots on this card. Gee, I wonder why. You give too many freaking shots of Jelly Roll. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? You mean to tell me that this woman, Tiffany Stratton, was going into WrestleMania 41 as WWE Women's Champion, actually walking out the same champion. You know, she can't make it to the card the following year because of fucking Jelly Roll? This company is something else, dude. This company has lost its fucking mind. You don't think so? I don't know what to fucking tell you. That right then in general should prove to me how much this creative team and Triple H are fucking nimrods, to say the least. And finally, one for your LimitsCenter podcast for your Wednesday or Tuesday. Tuesday, March 24, 2026 on YouTube, Lucas Young 1018, all audio platforms, Lucas Young Show. AEW producer was for the friend who advised Ricochet to delete MS tweet. Here, freaking bus blazing down my street, bro. Go freaking figure. AEW producer Chris Hero has been identified as a friend who contacted Ricochet and advised him to delete his tweet in which he expressed the gladness on the X user for known as Twitter and multiple sclerosis, according to FightfulSelect.com. Fightful reported that those within AEW confirmed that Hero reached out to Ricochet following the controversial post and advised him ultimately into the tweet being removed and an apology issued. Which obviously was the right thing to do for Chris Hero and the producer in AEW and stuff like that. And great for Ricochet to delete that freaking tweet because it was a fucking unnecessary tweet. What he did there was stupid. He obviously admitted that on Twitter. I just think he needs to delete Twitter, dude. It's not the first time he's done stupid tweets like this. It's really not. It seems he was making fun of what his first tweet was last week. Look Ricochet's tweet or John Laurinaitis' tweet. I don't know. It's a different kind of conversation you have to be other people. It really is. People hate John Laurinaitis, including I. I can't stand Johnny Ace. People power! People power! You know me, man. You know me. I am not a fan of John Laurinaitis at all. Especially as an avid Mercedes Moné fan, Naomi fan I am. You know that for fucking reason. For that, I'm sure for that one in general. Honestly, though, I can never like John Laurinaitis. He was on WWE television in 2011 as a Raw general manager. Guy was fucking crap, as is what he did, obviously. Complete and utter fucking just awful television he was, obviously. And obviously worse of a human being, obviously. But this is basically a wrap up LimitsCenter today. Like, Ricochet deleted his tweet, and that's fine. But it's not only his first tweets he actually made a stupid joke about. This man's whole gimmick is basically just a freaking look like a fucking idiot. Really is. Really is, to say the least. Well, I think this is the gimmick gets his ass over on AEW. I highly doubt it does, honestly, to say the least. To wrap up this LimitsCenter podcast for your Tuesday, March 24th of 2026 on Lucas Young 1018 on YouTube and all audio platforms, Lucas Young Show. Thank you all for watching. LimitsCenter on YouTube, Lucas Young 1018 and all audio platforms, Lucas Young Show, which is Tuesday, March 24th edition of 2026 edition of LimitsCenter, to say the least. And until next time, hopefully it'll be a next time. Hopefully, obviously, it'll be a next time, obviously. Maybe even tonight, we can find out, man. I'm thinking about after publishing this stuff on YouTube and Spotify. I'm thinking about, ladies and gentlemen, don't quote me on this. I know it's a wrestling YouTube channel and YouTube podcast. It's a wrestling podcast, to say the least. But I'm thinking about doing something special for my girl, Miley Cyrus. Basically, I'm thinking about, because I saw the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary show. I thought for some reason it released at 8 p.m. tonight. Going head over to NXT. I guess it released 3 in the morning this early in the morning for March 24th. I guess I was freaking wrong, man. And I'm yet to watch it. So I want to watch it. I might even cover it on this channel, bro. Thinking about doing that for sure, bro. Really am. But trust me, that'll definitely be the next time, though. Hopefully tonight, like I said. And peace, love, I am out. Take care. Love y'all big time. To say the absolute least, ladies and gentlemen.